Although Finland is frequently listed as one of the most costly nations in Europe, is it truly as costly as many claim? The cost of living and travel in Finland will be broken down in this video, covering everything from lodging and food to entertainment and transportation. This comprehensive guide will assist you in creating a budget if you're thinking about moving here or planning a trip. 1. Accommodation costs in Finland. Whether you're a visitor or a long-term resident, lodging is one of the most expensive things in Finland. Mid-range hotels in large cities like Helsinki, Tampere, and Turku cost between €100 and €250 per night, whereas luxury hotels can easily cost over €300. Hostels offer dormitory beds for about €30 and €60 per night if you're on a tight budget. Finland is very camper-friendly for individuals traveling in a van or motorhome, with plenty of free or inexpensive overnight parking spaces, particularly in rural locations. However, campsites with amenities like showers and power usually cost between €20 and €40 a night. Expect to pay between €80 and €150 per night for a tiny flat in Helsinki if you prefer Airbnb, and between €50 and €100 in smaller places. Renting an apartment might be costly if you're going to reside in Finland, particularly in Helsinki, where a one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs between €1,000 to €1,500 per month, while apartments outside the city center cost between €700 and €1,000. Apartments in smaller towns range in price from €500 to €800 a month. 2. Food and grocery prices. Finland has expensive food, particularly if you eat out frequently. A three-course supper for two at a mid-range restaurant can cost between €60 and €100, whereas a meal at a cheap restaurant costs between €12 to €20. Meals at local burger establishments or fast food restaurants like McDonald's cost between €8 and €12. Compared to other European nations, food shopping might still be expensive for people who would rather cook. High taxes make alcohol very costly. A bottle of wine at a store costs between €10 to €15, while a drink at a restaurant costs between €6 and €10. Only the state-owned alcohol store Alko sells hard liquor, and the prices are far higher than in other European nations. 3. Transportation costs. Finland's public transit system is effective but costly. In Helsinki, a daily transit pass costs about €9, while a single bus or tram ticket costs about €3 to €4. Helsinki's public transport passes are more affordable for long-term residents, costing between €60 and €70 a month. With base costs ranging from €6 to €8 plus about €1.50 per kilometer, taxis are pricey. It can easily cost between €20 and €30 for a 10-kilometer trip. There are ride-hailing services like Uber, but their prices are comparable. You should budget between €40 and €100 per day, plus petrol, if you want to rent a car. Road excursions are expensive in Finland since gasoline costs between €1.80 and €2.20 per liter on average. On the other hand, if you're taking a motorhome, you can stay at free camping places and save money on lodging. Finland has a decent domestic aviation and train network over extended distances. Depending on when you purchase, a train ticket from Helsinki to Rovaniemi, Lapland, might cost anything from €60 to €120. One-way Euros tickets for domestic flights can cost anything from €100 to €300. 4. Cost of living, internet, utilities, and other necessities. The cost of utilities, internet, and other living expenses should also be considered if you plan to stay in Finland for a long time. Seasons have an impact on electricity costs, with winter heating expenses being much greater. Monthly electricity costs typically range from €50 to €150, depending on the apartment's size and insulation level. Rental fees typically cover water expenses, but if they are paid separately, budget between €20 and €40 per month. While mobile phone subscriptions with unlimited data start at €15 per month, high-speed internet costs between €20 and €40 per month. 5. Entertainment and leisure costs. The cost of entertainment is expensive in Finland. A gym membership costs between €40 and €60 a month, while movie tickets range from €12 to €18. Although certain museums and attractions provide free admission on certain days, admission usually costs between €10 and €20. Since outdoor pursuits like hiking and visiting national parks are free, they're a fantastic way to save money. However, the cost of skiing is high. Day lift permits at ski resorts range from €40 to €70. 6. Is Finland expensive for tourists? Due to the high cost of lodging, meals, transportation, and activities, Finland is regarded as an expensive travel destination. Budget travelers can choose hostels for €30 to €60 per night or choose Airbnb, which costs from €80 to €150 per night, while hotels in big cities like Helsinki usually cost between €100 and €250 per night. A basic restaurant meal costs between €12 and €20. Mid-range dining costs between €20 and €40 per person, while quick food options like burgers or kebabs cost between €8 and €12. Eating out is also expensive. Due to hefty taxes, alcohol is especially costly. A bottle of wine at a restaurant starts at €40, while a drink in a pub costs between €6 and 10 taxis euros cost between €20 and €30 for a short ride, whereas a single bus or tram ticket in Helsinki costs about €3 to €4, making public transport effective yet expensive. Budget-friendly alternatives do exist, though, include free outdoor activities like hiking and visiting national parks, reduced grocery dinners, and wild camping per every man's right. Finland can be costly, but with careful planning, it can be a rewarding and pleasurable trip. 7. Salaries and income in Finland. Although salaries in Finland are competitive, they differ by area, sector, and level of experience. After taxes, the typical monthly net pay is between €2,500 and €3,500, with professionals in high-demand professions making much more. For instance, engineers make between €3,500 and €5,500 a month, while software developers and IT specialists make between €4,000 and €6,500, while nurses normally make between €2,500 and €3,500 per month. Healthcare professionals like doctors and specialists can make anywhere from €3,000 and €8,000. While positions in retail, hospitality, and customer service pay between €1,800 and €2,500 a month. Teachers make between €2,500 and €4,000. Although there isn't a set minimum salary in Finland. Sector-specific agreements guarantee appropriate compensation, with entry-level positions typically paying between €1,800 and €2,200 per month. Employees' quality of life is enhanced with paid holidays, paid sick leave, substantial parental leave, and pension payments. However, taxes are substantial. Depending on salary levels, income tax might range from 20% to 50%. Despite this, Finland offers free social security, healthcare, and education, which attracts professionals looking for stability and a good work-life balance. Would you think about taking a job in Finland? Tell us in the comments below. Now, question arises here is Finland expensive? Yes, Finland is expensive, but the great natural beauty, unique activities, and high standard of living make up for the expense. By using public transportation, making your own food, and participating in free outdoor activities, you can still enjoy Finland on a tight budget. Strong social services and good salaries help offset the high cost of living for people who intend to relocate to Finland. Just be ready for some sticker shock if you're going, particularly with regard to lodging, food, and drink. Even if Finland is expensive, would you still go there? Tell me in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe, like, and share in Phosphere for more travel-related information throughout Europe.